Hey everybody. I just wanted to take a few minutes to make a quick video on how you guys can take advantage of the new VSL offers we've added into Vault Media and how you can direct link them and promote them using native ads. So to start with, I'm going to explain to you what native ads are. And you're going to see a lot of different blog sites and sometimes news sites. And at the bottom of these sites, at the bottom of the articles rather, you're going to see blocks of ads. Like you can see with this article here, we're going to have trending now. There it is. So trending now, and you can see here it says ads by Rev Content. So everything below this is actually an advertisement. People are paying to have their pages placed on Infowars.com. And there's many sites out there like this. Like there's, you've probably seen a lot of the viral news sites where it's like 10 celebrities who don't brush their teeth, or 20 shocking facts of 2018, or whatever it may be. But these places are usually polluted with native ads at the bottom, and a lot of time they're disguised as other articles, and sometimes they are. Like you can see here, Mama Bear does this after man saves her drowning cubs, 90 kids only. So if we open this link, it's going to take us to 90 kids only, and they have their own content. But like I mentioned, let's look at the bottom, and we may see some other advertisements. Yeah, so like St. John cable companies are furious over this tiny device, Skylink TV, how to tell when a slot is close to hitting the jackpot, chilling photos. Okay, so this will be another blog. But these are actually both CPA offers, and you can see here ads by Rev Content. So when you start surfing through these pages and looking at the bottom, a lot of time you're going to find some examples of ads that you can promote yourself. So let's go back here to Infowars. And let's see what else we have here. So as you can see, casinos hate when we play like this, but it is legal. So this here would be a casino advertisement, I'm sure. I want to focus on this one. Take this before bed and melt your belly fat like crazy. So one of the offers that I want to talk about is the flat belly fix. So this is, I think it pays $30. It's a video sales letter page. You don't need a landing page for it. It'll pretty much sell itself if people watch through the video. So this is a great opportunity to direct link. And because you see, if you look through a lot of different pages, you're going to see that this is quite popular to promote through native ads. So people are obviously making money, and it wouldn't be a bad thing for you guys to try to test. So let's open up this page. And as you can see, this is somebody's domain. They're actually hosting a landing page. There's many reasons why people do this. Sometimes it weeds out any of the people that are just kind of clicking through for the sake of clicking through. And once they hit watch now, you can tell that they're actually interested in the offer. You can have one of these if you'd like, or if you don't, you can just direct link. I don't see any problem with just direct linking it. And if you click watch now, you'll actually get taken to the same offer we have inside Vault Media, which is offer 823. So, using, let's see here, using these pages, you can get good examples of ad copies. Like images like this where you have like lemons, sometimes there's other types of fruit, sometimes like before and after images of somebody who was heavier and had lost weight works. You can be creative with this, but you'll get a lot of examples the more you do research and start looking through some of these blog sites and finding what other people are already doing. As far as an ad copy, like take this before bed and melt your belly fat like crazy, you can modify this ad copy a bit and test it yourself, see if it works. Another thing you can do too is you can use this. This super simple morning habit accidentally melted 84 pounds of fat. So you could literally take this and use this as an ad copy as your headline, and using similar images to this. So now that we have an ad and we have the offer, which is available inside Vault 823, we can go ahead and I can show you where you can get some traffic for it. So this is a native ad platform. As you can see, it's Rev content. And if we look back here, you can see that these are ads from Rev content. So let's start by creating a campaign boost. Okay, campaign type standard, we'll leave that. We'll just say testing this. CPC is the bid type. This is what I would want to leave it as. CPC is cost per click. So you'll pay every time somebody clicks on your ad. Bid amount, 35 cents. The more you do this, the more you'll kind of want to play with your bid. I would leave it as default to start. So if it says 35, leave it at 35. Budget amount, I would put it at daily. And let's say $100 a day to start would be good. Optimize for engagement. We'll leave this alone with the brand logo. Start date immediately, end date never. And here we get into targeting type. So what I would do to start, since if you've never run native ads before, is I would leave it as topic. And you can include and exclude different topics. So this is going to give you kind of different targeting for your audience. So we can look through here and see a few obvious ones like health and fitness. Obviously weight loss has to do with health and fitness. You can add these. And it kind of shows you how many users and views and clicks they have per month, and how much volume there is per interest. Celebrity and gossip's another good one. And sometimes, let me see if we got any weight loss ones. No. Try this maybe. Okay, so here's an example. So moms, babies, and parenting. Obviously, this isn't directly related to weight loss, but obviously moms that have babies usually have a few extra pounds. They want to lose weight. So it's not a bad thing to kind of go outside the box a bit and look at other interests that may be related to weight loss. Let's look at women's lifestyle would be another good one. And you just want to gather some interests and to do some testing. And as you go, you'll start to see that like maybe health and fitness gives you a lot of commission, a lot of sales. These other ones may not. So as you start testing, you're going to determine where your sales are coming from and what interests to continue using and which ones you don't want to waste your time on. Country targeting. I would not leave it at all countries. I would include Canada and the United States. And obviously, it would depend on which countries are available for the offer. I know for this flat belly fix, it is accepted in the United States and Canada, so it's safe to do. But yeah, if it's all countries, let's say the offer accepts all countries, I wouldn't necessarily go with all countries. I would start with some of the bigger demographic countries first, some of the tier ones, and kind of go from there. Now, device targeting. You can leave it at all devices, but I suggest that it would be better if you break this down. So what I usually do is I'll have a desktop campaign, I'll set it up and submit it, and then I'll come back and I'll create another one that's mobile only. And the reason why I do that is there's a big difference in the quality of traffic between the two, and there's also a big difference in price. You may be paying 35 cents a click on mobile, but you might be paying 85 cents a click on desktop. Sometimes you'll get more conversions from one than another. It really depends on testing. You got to test things out to see, the results you get, and then make decisions based on those results. Targeting languages, you go with English, obviously. The video is in English, so it would make sense targeting people that speak Swahili, if the video is in English. Exclude low volume widgets. I would say no on this. And the reason why is some of these websites, they might not have a lot of traffic or a lot of volume, but you may get a lot of sales from them anyway. So it's always good to include those within your traffic. Now, you might be asking, like, what is a widget? A widget is this block of ads that is placed on the site. So each of these widgets have an ID associated with them. So that's something we'll get into more when I make the next video, which will be more in depth on native ads and how you can get into the fine details of native advertising. But just for this video, it's more of a basic video. I'm going to show you just kind of how you can get started, and just for this purpose, this is what a widget is. It's a placement on a particular website. So let's leave that at no. I'll get into the tracking code as well in the next video. This here is we're just going to leave it blank. It's not something that's necessary, but it is something that can help you down the road. So let's hit save. Okay, so this is where we're going to make our ad copies. So as you can see here, I've already created one. Let's add. And it's always good, like I'm only going to do one for this video, but you want to create at least 5 ads and make them very different headlines, different images, and this will give you some data to test to see, maybe this ad works well, maybe this one doesn't. Just going with one doesn't really give you anything. I mean, it could be a horrible ad, it could be a good ad, but having 5 will give you more data to determine, what's good and what's not. So for the headline, take this before bed and melt belly fat like crazy. And like I mentioned before, the side-by-side images are sometimes really good. You can see the status is pending. They're going to review it and determine whether it's eligible for their network. It's not a bad idea to go through their guidelines and see what they allow and what they do not allow. Sometimes there's certain parts of images they don't like. Other times there's headlines that they don't like certain words being used in those headlines. Let's even make a fresh one just for fun. So destination URL. So what that is going to be is that's going to be your tracking link within Vault for A23. So you would get your tracking URL and you could place it there. Just for this video, I'm just going to use this one. And this is just like the actual domain for the offer. Okay, so you can see this default image comes up. Of course, you can change the image if you wanted to go and test the image that we found here. You can save this image and upload it inside Rev Content. Destination URL, content type, we'll leave it article. Sometimes you can put video depending on what you're promoting. Headline, let's go back here. We can use this headline. The super simple morning habit accidentally melted 84 pounds of fat. So here's the thing as well, is if somebody sees this advertisement, they read this, they're interested, and they click, and then they're taken to this page and they see the same headline again, it's going to be like, okay, this is relevant to what I've clicked. It's going to pique their interest, and you might even have a better conversion rate because of it. But it's something worth testing. And again, I would test multiple headlines and multiple images, as you really don't know what works until you test it. So I usually space these out and capitalize. And I don't know if I have any images right now. Let's just leave the image, but like you said, you guys get the concept. It's just a matter of finding images that are similar to this, or just being creative and coming up with your own images. Some Google search is great for that. Sometimes people like intriguing things where it's like, I'm not quite sure what that is. I wouldn't say clickbait, you don't want to go that far with it, but something that'll pique someone's interest. And then submit. There you go. So another thing too is, like, let's say that I run these 2 ads and one of them seems to work very well. You can always use the same image and test different headlines with that image, or you can use same headline and test different images with that same headline. So there's multiple combinations that you can use to do this, and obviously as data comes in, you're going to be able to determine which ones are better than others. One thing I would suggest is using a click tracker. And what a click tracker is it's like a third-party tracker in between your CPA account and your traffic source. So you'll be able to see more detailed statistics on your traffic, and to be able to determine what's what. Like, I mean, maybe out of all the widgets you're targeting, or all the websites you're targeting and interests you're targeting, 2 of them out of the 5 that we've targeted are making money and the other ones aren't. If you're not using something like this, you're not going to be able to know what's working and what isn't. And you're literally just going to pay the money for the traffic. You're going to get all data bunched into one, and you could be profitable. There's a lot of times you are, but you could be even more profitable if you know what parts of your traffic or what segments of your traffic to turn off. So it's always good to use a click tracker. Like I said, BMO is free. You get 1,000 free events, which is plenty of time for you to make some commission. And after the million, you can pay for this one. And there's others out there. There's Volume. There's Funnel Flux. There's quite a few. But it's essential. Any big time affiliate marketer is using a click tracker. It really makes a massive difference on your profit. Outside of that, you don't always have to use Rev Content. There's other platforms out there, Taboola, Outbrain, and one I could recommend is MGID. And the reason why is through Powerhouse, we actually have a promotion. So if you deposit $200, you get 25% bonus of your first deposit. So it's a free $50 in advertising. It's a win-win. And MGID is just as good as Rev Content, and they're all very good networks. It's just they have different customers, and one offer may do well on Rev Content and may not do well here. Another offer may do well here and not do as well on Rev Content. So it's just a matter of taking some cash and testing it and seeing what's going to work and what isn't. But I've had a lot of success on native, especially Rev Content over the years, and it's foolproof, especially when you don't have a landing page. I mean, these can all be direct linked. And there's other ones as well. We have another weight loss one within Vault, and there's also two others. One of them's like a memory repair or a cognitive brain offer, and it's very similar to this. And we also have a diabetes one. It's like a sugar reducer, and again, they're all video sales. You don't need a lander. You can direct link, and if you do enough research clicking through some of these blog pages, you will find other people advertising them. Let's even look at this one here. I think I have a second one. Mama bear loses her cub. As you can see here, this is for TV boxes. This is a CPA offer. How to tell when a slot is close to hitting the jackpot. That's obviously casino. And this one here would just be another blog article. But at the bottom of most of these blog articles, you're going to see more ads by Rev Content or other native platforms. So you can kind of click through them and you'll see different results each time. Here's some more ads by Rev Content. The unnatural link between Alzheimer's and coconut oil. That one might be good for your the cognitive offer we have. This one's for hair growth. Doctors say do this to restore vision. The reason doctors no longer prescribe diabetes meds. So here would be a good one for the diabetes video sales page, the VSL we have. Let's see here. Okay, again, so they're using like a pre-sell page or a landing page. And again, these are very easy to rip. You guys can rip these no problem and kind of edit them a bit to make them your own. Or if you don't want to go through that, you just direct link. Let's see where this is going. Urgent diabetes health bulletin. So this is a different one than what we have in our system, but they're all the same for the most part. Their products are very similar. So here's another one you could upload if you want to try to test the diabetes page. A second here, wait for this to load. Yeah, so I mean you could take this this headline, test it yourself. You may need to change your interests a bit because obviously, we targeted ones for weight loss, but there's other ones out there that would be more relevant for diabetes patients. So anyway, I hope this video helped. And again, like we're going to be making more videos in the near future. I'm going to go into a very in-depth one on native ads from start to finish. I'll explain more about BMO and, the importance of it and how you can kind of get more detailed tracking and more detailed campaigns. But anyway, thank you. Have a great day.